never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness.
Yo, everybody. Yo, welcome to the Dual A channel. This is your boy, King the Lion, and welcome to the Dual A channel. Yo, how you guys doing on this great day? Um, just want to let you guys know that, hey, if you guys are watching this, you guys maybe gonna be watching it on New Year's Day any day, but this video was recorded on New Year's Eve, so just wanted to let you guys know that. But hey, yeah, I hope you guys also I hope you guys had an amazing Christmas, Hanukkah, yeah, Rosh Hashanah, or any other holiday you celebrate during this week between Christmas and New Year. Now, let's get into this. What today we are going today I'm going to be ranking my top 5 and my top 10, my top 10 wrestlers of 2025. I did it for the men, I did it for the women. No, I'm sorry. I did it for the women. Now it's time to do it for the men. Yeah, men. Now, this is for all promotions. Same thing as for the women. Okay, this is my ranking. This is my opinion. So if you guys feel like, hey, it was hey, my predictions are wrong. You can put it down in the comment section down below and tell me how you guys feel about my list. Okay, so we're gonna start. And so, oh yeah, one more thing. Thank you for everyone for getting me up to 200 subscribers. We just got 200 subscribers less than a week ago. Here you go. So congratulations to all you guys. The goal is to try to get it to 1 million by maybe the end of next year, or at least to the middle of 2027 even. But hey, little still we gotta start crawling before we can start walking, before we can start running. So I still want to say thank you to all of you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into the video. Okay, now first I'm going to do an honorable mention. My honorable mention is Ricky Singh. Now, I was up and down on where to put Ricky. Ricky was in the top 10 fight. It was a fight to not put Ricky into the top 10. It was a fight because Ricky had a great year. He was NXT champion. He made a debut. He was NXT North American champion. He had great matches. It was Ricky Singh's. If this was any other year, I would have put him into my top 10. He's the outside looking in, but no disrespect to Rookie. Rookie. If you didn't lose the NXT Championship to Obafemi, I think I would have had him in my top 10. But that doesn't mean Ricky didn't have a great year. It just means that, hey, he kind of dropped the ball a little bit at the end. But my number 11 and honorable mention is Ricky Singh. Now, let's get into that top 10. My number 10 is Hangman Adam Page. Now, I'm going to keep it a buck with you guys. I'm not really a Hangman kind of guy. I'm not, really don't really mess with him. I don't really mess with that cowboy shit. If you guys know what I mean. But hey, he did have a good year. He was in the main event picture for most of the year. Or maybe, yeah, most of, or if the full year, he won the Owen Hart tournament. He went to All In. He became the AEW. He became the AEW Men's World Champion, and he had a great feud with John. He had not a great feud, but a decent feud with John Moxley. A great match with Kyle Fletcher, and a great rivalry with Samoa Joe. And now he having a great rivalry with MJF, Samoa Joe, Strickland, and for the AEW women. I'm sorry for saying women. AEW Men's World Championship. Sorry, they really need to change the names. They need to be belts. Like they could say AEW Women's and the AEW Men's World. It's just difficult. But hey, overall, I gotta say it was a good year for Hangman, and it wasn't and it wasn't for winning maybe the tournament. He maybe would have been Ricky maybe would have been in. Him and Ricky were the ones that were fighting for that number 10 spot. But I had to look at who won the bigger prize, and that was the AEW women. That was the AEW Men's World Championship. I'm really sorry for saying women so much. Men's World Championship. So there is number 10, Hangman Adam Page. Now for my number nine is someone who really did good this year. If it wasn't for injuries, he maybe would have been higher. My number 9 pick is Seth freaking Rollins, the architect. Uh, Now, people are going to be saying, "Wait, why Seth Rollins number 9?" Simple, injuries. Now he had a great year. He won in the main event of WrestleMania. He built a great faction in the Vision. Okay, he won Money in the Bank. He won the World Heavyweight Championship. Okay, and he finally won against Cody, and he won the Crown Jewel Championship. Everything that he did this year was great. It's just he was injured most of the time, from the Saturday Night Main Event to the SummerSlam, and then after Crown Jewel, then he was out indefinitely. Now that's the only reason why he was kind of in and out. But the matches that he had were phenomenal. It was great matches. It doesn't mean that he didn't have a good year. He did have a good year. It's just if he wasn't injured and he was still holding the championship right now, he would have been high. He would have been higher. But hey, no disrespect to Seth Rollins. You had a great year. I'm happy. I hope your recovery goes well, and I hope we get to see you in 2026. And I hope you don't miss WrestleMania again. So number 9, Seth freaking Rollins. Now number 8. And hey, number 8, is my boy. Is my man. You know who he is. It's Trick William. Whoop that trick. Get him. Yeah. Okay, Trick Williams. Now, Trick Williams had an amazing year. Now, everyone's going to be saying, hey, who was the face of NXT this year? People are going to say, hey, it's Oba Femi, Ricky Saints, or Javon Evans. And you can have an argument that maybe they was. But who was the face of two brands? Oh no, I'm doing this, but two brands, brand who hold two of the top titles in two different brands this year. Only one guy, only one guy, and that's Trick Williams. Trick Williams started the year off the NXT champion. Sure, he lost it in a triple threat match that should have never happened. It should have just been a one-on-one match, but things happen. If it then he had a great then he had a great rivalry with Obafemi and with Javon Evans. Then he had another great rivalry with Joe Hendrick, and then the icing on the cake, and the cake being the first WWE superstar to win a TNA championship in WWE. That was a big accomplishment on his part, and he held the belt for over 100 days, 100 day plus, and he had great matches with Mike Santana, with Joe Hendry, okay, with Moose, okay. He was really tricking A. He really did bring TNA up, and in my opinion, I think Trick is one of the reasons why TNA is about to get their new TV deal. Now, sure, you can also say that, okay, yes, he did lose the belt at Battle of Glory, and yes, he did lose his 2 matches to Ricky Singh. But it doesn't take away from the fact that his brother this year was amazing, and now we are just waiting to see which brand he's going to, either SmackDown or Raw. I'm thinking that he's gonna go to SmackDown, and we just okay. That's just my opinion, but hey, that's what I'm thinking. But to me, my number 8 this year Trick Williams. Oh yeah, congratulations, Trick, on being engaged to Lash Legends. I hope you guys have an amazing wedding coming. I hope I see that amazing wedding soon. And yeah, okay, well that's Trick. My number 8, Trick Williams. Now, my number seven. I'm sorry about. Okay, sorry for a little bit of weight, but my number 7 is the guy who is the ruler of NXT. A guy who, in most of 2020 and 2025, he was a champion. He was dominant. My number 7 is Oba Femi. Came into the year winning the NXT championship, having great feuds with Trick Williams, with Javon Evans, with Ricky Saint. Okay, okay, yeah, he had a great match against Moose. Moose. Okay, okay, I'm telling you that this year, what, okay, Trick was Trick and A, definitely, and he was a face, and Trick William was a two face, was the face of two brands, but he was the co-face of one of those brands, and the other face on that brand was Obafemi. Obafemi took over like we were expected, and yes, he did take a little bit of a road bump by losing the NXT championship to Ricky Singh, but he bounced back and he won the championship right back, and then he went and had a great match with Cody Rhodes. It was amazing. So yeah, Trick William did. Yeah, not Trick William. I'm sorry. I'm still hyper on the Trick thing. I was trying to hyper Trick so much that I forgot. But Obafemi, he had a great year. He had great matches. And to me, if you had to say superstar for NXT only, I would have to pick Obafemi, Femi, because of his dominance. And yeah, I got so yeah, that's the reason why I have Oba a little bit higher than Trick. So yeah, my number 7 is the ruler, Oba Femi. Now we get into top 6. We get into top 6. We get into the number 6 category. And believe me, I kind of felt a little bit bad putting him in number 6, but these other 5 superstars, in my opinion, really did good this year and really had a little bit more accomplishments than he did. My number 6 this year for 2025 is Kyle Fletcher. Now, Kyle Fletcher had an amazing year from start to finish. You can't say he wasn't a breakout star this year. This brother really stole the show. And he showed that hey, he is the future of AEW. He is the future AEW men's world champion. He is the proto star. He is the star. Star. Think about this for a minute. Had a great rivalry, maybe one of the best rivalries we have saw with Will Ospreay with a great steel cage match. I have that steel cage match over 5 stars. I have it at like 6 to 6.5. That's how great that match was. And with Kyle saying yo, I hate you and all the other stuff like he was Luke Skywalker against Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I get and Will Ospreay will be Obi-Wan Kenobi. But it was amazing, and I was so that match really deserved match of the year. So really did deserve match of the year. I don't know if it did win. I will look that up once I'm done with the video. But if it didn't, it's a crime shame. If but not just that, he had a great showing at the C2 this year. He maybe lost in the semifinals again, but he won the gold. He's the first man to win not just the blue league, but also the gold league. Okay, he won the TNT championship, and he had a great rivalry with Mark Briscoe. He had great matches with other wrestlers. Believe me, okay, don't forget about him challenging Hangman. That was amazing. And what he did with Dusty and what he did with Adam Cole as well, man. Kyle Fletcher deserves to be in anybody top 10. of 2025. And really, for most, and really, if he was still TNT champion, I maybe would have him at the top five. But because he did lose, I had to drop him down. Now he wanted to see two. I would have put him back up to maybe in the top five, but he didn't. But overall, he's still high up at number six. And number six, he's okay. This year, for a breakout year, it was Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher. Only one other young superstar can say he had a better breakout year than he is. But overall, if we had to talk about a future star in AEW is secure with Kyle Fletcher. Now, number six, my number six was Kyle Fletcher. Now, we in top five, top five, top five, top five, top five, top five. It's top, okay. Who is my number five? Well, my number five is the current World Heavyweight Champion for Monday Night Raw, CM Punk, the best in the world. Okay, now CM Punk had a great year. He beat Gunther. Had a great rivalry with Seth Rollins. Beat him on the next premiere for Monday Night Raw. Main event his first WrestleMania. Had a great rivalry with the Vision. Had a great rivalry with John Cena. Okay, okay. He brought back AJ Lee. He won the World Heavyweight Championship championship again. Okay, and yeah, this year was this okay. This year was CM Punk. Now I understand people are gonna say, "Well, Seth won a Raw, won the main event of WrestleMania." Sure, winning that would did I did put that in the factor, but to me, I had to think about accomplishments. I had to think about win loss records. I had to think about this and that and the third. And I had to think about how good rivalry was and what did you do this year. And I had to say, if it was, say from start to finish, CM Punk really is CM Punk. And Punk deserves to be in the top five. So he's number five. Now, now it's time to get into my top four, but just to say it one more time, CM Punk, he's number five. Now my number four. My number four is the current current undisputed WWE champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Cody had a good year. Good year. And you can't deny that. Deny that. It's okay from a great match at the Royal Rumble with Kevin Owens. One of them. Okay, believe me, I almost thought he killed Kevin. To be honest with you, when I saw him do the Alabama Slam through the ladder, I almost thought he died. I almost thought Kevin Owens died. I really did. And to having to being part of the greatest heel turn of all time, a time with John Cena turning heel, to having a great to having. I, I'm going to say this right now. To me, John Cena and Cody Rhodes WrestleMania match were great. It's just the Travis Scott coming out, taking that Undertaker 30-minute walk was brought it down. But they had a great match at WrestleMania and WrestleMania to having to winning King of the Ring, to winning back the WWE Championship at SummerSlam, to having a great rivalry with Drew McIntyre, and with Drew McIntyre having a great match with Obafemi and stuff. Is I gotta say, Cody Rhodes really did have a good year this year. So overall, I have to say, Cody Rhodes, you're my number four this year, and yeah, what you want to talk about? So now we get into top three. The top three is the cream of the crop of 2025, and there's no way how you can deny this and deny that these guys deserve to be in the top three. My number three, that's the Alpha, Konosuke Takeshita, If I messed up the name, I'm sorry, but it's kind of hard to say. But yeah, Konosuke Takeshita from AEW, he is my number 3 this year. Now, now it was now the reason why I have him at number 3 is this: had a great year. It had not even a great year. He had a phenomenal year. Think about this for a minute. Walked in at AEW International Champion. Had a great show. It had a great match with Kenny Omega. Going to the G1. And then before we even go to the G1, before we even talk about the G1, had a great match with great match for the AEW for the Ring of Honor World Championship with Brandino. Sorry for messing up that name too, but hey, it's kind of hard to say. But having a great match with that for the ROH World Championship, that match was amazing. To go into the G1 and not just going to G1 and hey, making it to the semifinals or making it to the final, winning the whole thing. Think about this for a minute. Konosuke Takeshita is the first man who is not signed. I think he's the first man who is not signed with New Japan completely to win the G1. One, okay, and not just winning the G1. He won the he won the he won the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, and then do you see what he did in the gold in the blue league? He had the most points ever in the C2, the Continental Classic. That I mean the most points ever. Right? That means it doesn't matter if you was in the blue or you was in the gold. In previous one, he had the most points ever at 13. That's how good he is. That's how good he had good he was in that tournament. Okay, and he had a great match with Okada as well. This brother definitely deserved that third. Sorry, that brother definitely deserved that third spot, and there is no way you can argue with that in my opinion. So yeah, Konosuke Takeshita, you are my number 3, the Alpha. And I can't wait to see what you do at Wrestle Kingdom this Sunday when you face the guy with the IWGP Global Championship. So yeah, can't wait to see that. So my number 3 is the Alpha. Now I kind of get into my top 2. And people are going to be saying, oh, and I know people are going to be like, oh, wait, hold the top 2. Top 2. He really deserves to be in top 2? Yeah, he do. Because how good all these guys, all these guys I just said say in this video it had a top 10 year. It had a top 10 year. This guy definitely, if it wasn't for my number 1, I would have this guy as my number 1 because he had a great year from start to finish. Now, my number 2 is Dirty Dominic Mysterio. 2 belts Dom. He is my number 2 this year. I'm going to explain why. Okay, from being part of the Judgment Day storyline with Liv and Roxanne trying to go for the tag team titles, to winning the IC title, to going to bringing to having that IC title and having great matches with Rusev, with AJ Styles, with Dragon Lee, with Penta to going to Triple A and winning that championship, the Triple A Mega Championship. Okay, and becoming a 2 belt champion and holding 2 belts from 2 different and then you can't say anything wrong. You can't say anything bad about the rivalry that he had with John Cena. It was perfect, and to all extents of the word perfect. That perfect, and I think him having that rivalry with John pushed him into that main event status. Now, I know people going to be saying, "Well, what he did win the AAA Mega Championship? Isn't that pushing him to main event status?" Yeah, But winning against John Cena and having a great rivalry with him shows upper management that this guy can be the future of WWE. I said this in a previous video that hey, my prediction was Dominic Mysterio to win the Royal Rumble, win the Royal Rumble in 2026. Unfortunately, he got injured last week, and it seems like he's gonna be out for a while, and a while, maybe even past the Royal Rumble. So that prediction is over. But even so, he has showed that I can hold down a brand as the main champion, and I can be a main eventer. And people talking about, hey, Braun Breaker, you're Austin Theory. We got Penta. Oh, we also okay, we got Ilya Dragunov off at the future and stuff. You have to put Dominic Mysterio in that category now. 5 years ago, I said he was going to prove everybody wrong and show that hey, he deserved to be in the main event. 5 years later, he definitely showed that he deserved to be in the main event. So yes, my number two this year is Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Now, gotta go to number one. And number one, come on, you can't. Come on, you got to know who number one is. This year was all about him. He's the greatest of all time, Grand Slam champion, the never seen 17. Okay, name and the MVP of 2025, the number one wrestler of the year is John Cena. Do I really gotta say okay? Let, let's talk about it. From okay, he had from having great matches with past and future superstars this year, from Randy to CM Punk to R-Truth, Logan Paul to Cody Rhodes, to Dominic Mysterio, to AJ Styles, to Sami Zayn, and saying, okay, he had John had one of the best years of his career, and sure, he did fumble with the heel turn, and I don't blame John fully. I blame WWE and TKO for fumbling the bag on the heel turn. But John did what he set out to do, and he set out to do. He won the Elimination Chamber this year. He was a WWE champion. He was the IC champion. He became a Grand Slam champion, and he gave it everything he had. And especially in that final match against Gunther, believe me, I, I hate Gunther. I really do. I hope that, and like I hope that Gunther don't win another world championship. It really do mean something. I know that hey, it was the right call, but it still hurts because he's my hero. He's our hero, bro, and yeah, so that's the reason why I got him at number one this year. With his retirement tour wasn't the best, but it was okay. If I have to rate it, it was a good nine, except for the heel situation a little bit. But overall, except for the Travis Scott and the Rock situation, it would have been a 10, and the Royal Rumble situation that we all know that Jey Uso should have never won. But yeah, except for that, everything else was was perfect. So yeah. So my number one of 2025 and man superstar of the year is the GOAT, John Cena. Thank you guys for watching the video. I'm gonna do a shout out, to one of my supporters. One of my supporters. The shout out is, sorry if I get your name wrong. My shout out go to Primo Prodigans 398. So, Preno Providence 398, thank you for all your support and for getting okay. And this is a little way of saying, I acknowledge all the love and support that you give to the channel. So, going forward, I will be doing more shout outs. So, please like, comment, subscribe, and subscribe. And yeah, if I like your comment really a lot, and I post I like uh, and I thumbnail it, then that would be the person I shout out. I also gonna put his nick put the person I just shout out, Pewter Audience 3998 name on the name right here. So yeah, guys, I hope you have a great New Year. I hope you have a great hope you have a great Christmas, and I will see you later on the next video. Okay, King Lion out. Dual Ace. See ya. Peace.